Hey, 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 this is Carla Michelle. How are you? It's another day, another opportunity that I am making to show up today. And I'm so glad that you are making the same choices to push play and to listen in and to trust me with this time and trust yourself with this time. You know, can make it all deep like that. Trust yourself with, what episodes and podcasts you're listening to because it's very important that we take the time to feed ourselves and to feed our minds and our wills, our minds and emotions. That's how I break down the soul. The soul consists of your will, your mind, and your emotions. And it's just so happy to have you. So, this is Carla Michelle. I am a coach. I coach high performing individuals who are experiencing roadblocks in their lives and want to find the next steps or clarify the next steps, get harmony in their lives, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, professionally, personally, and they want some support. So I am that person. I am that person that helps you achieve your goal. Whatever it is that we're in the new year coming up. We're not in it yet, but we're definitely close to the new year. This is December, and this is the time where you're going on your diets and you're thinking of your eating plans and your exercise plans are coming up and what you're going to do in the new year. Remember, it is also time to get your coach, hire a coach. I would love to work for you, with you, beside you, and help you get to the space past the frustration, past the fear, past the second guessing, and back to trusting yourself, honoring your dream and who you are and your passion for the future. So you can always reach out to me at drcarlainc.com, drcarlainc.com, or hello at drcarlainc.com. That's the email address. Or follow me on Instagram at Miss MS Carla Michelle. All right? It's MS Carla Michelle. So we are here today because what do you do? I have not recorded an episode. And straightforward honesty is I didn't know what to say. I haven't figured out really what to say. And still, I know what I want to say is talk about not when you don't know what to do, your next step. I mean, when you just have nothing. When you just have nothing, and maybe I've talked about it before, but I'm going to talk about it again. When you have nothing that's pushing you, pulling you, tugging on you, dropping in you that you need to share, I'd like to be sensitive to that because that could mean one, maybe I don't need to say anything right now. Maybe it's time that I take a break or because I just don't want to get on anything that I do, broadcast anything that I do and just to be doing it, just to keep up with, oh, I'm supposed to post so many times and all that. And the goal with this is to post often and to give you information or encouragement in so many forms of by the topics or, if it's some how to's, but just to always take you to that next level. And if I don't have anything, I can't give anything. I don't want to make up something. And I don't, but anyway. So, but what I do want to say, if you're feeling that, you have to consider the time of the year it is. We are in December, the second week, I believe it is, in December right now. And just trying to, for me, I know that my December is always something that I want to take off. I want to take off the whole month. And I didn't take off the whole month, but the days that I've had off, I am resting. I am in the bed. I am on the couch. I'm going for walks. I'm getting outside. But when I'm done, if I'm creating something or I'm meeting with someone, after that, I'm resting. I'm going to bed early. I'm waking up still. I do meditation in the morning, a group meditation that we do, mind reset with me from 6:30 a.m. to 6:40 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time. And I do that, but it's like I'm just doing what needs to be done. I don't feel like I'm pushing my mind to be creative. I'm not pushing my body to work out harder. I'm not on the phone a lot. I'm just kind of cocooning, and in that cocoon, when you think about cocooning, we think about butterflies or caterpillars, and it is that time of just sitting in the dark of life. And mind you, it's not about it's not about it's not about closing myself away or off depression, because you have to understand that tiredness could lead to depression. Sometimes we're depressed because we're tired. We can get tired because we're depressed. We can get depressed because we're tired. When our body doesn't have enough fuel, when our body is not having enough water or eating the right nutritional foods that help energize us, and the sun not shining the same way as it did in the summer months. And that seasonal depression can come in. The weather is cooler. If you're single and you don't want to be, the holidays remind you of that. So that alone can, take its toll in this month. So just be mindful of what is happening. And if you are cocooning, if you're in the cocoon of life right now, and it feels a little dark, a little lonely, a little tight, and I mean that, and what I mean by that is you can be in a space that you're too big for, but yet it's not time for you to move forward. I'll say that again. You could be in a space you're too big for. Just think of the cocoon. Because as the caterpillar is in this cocoon was created, he is growing and forming and becoming. And you could be in that space where it's too tight. You're coming forth, you're becoming, but it's just not time for you to go to that next phase. So you're in this cocoon. You're in this dark place. You're in this space that you can't see what is next. You can't, all you do is feel your feelings, but you don't feel anything new. You're not really expecting something great, but you know there's something coming and it could be great. And that's the thing about cocooning. It's just a space where you're protected. So some of you could be, if you are relating to how I'm feeling, some of you could be in a space where you're being protected. You're being protected from the outside that's coming at you. Why do I not feel like going out? Why am I just staying home? Maybe it is a form of protection, a form of covering, a form to where you can revive yourself, and the very things that you kind of want to step away from. This is the way that you are being protected and shielded from the outside forces that you even maybe pray to be protected from. So that cocoon can mean it could mean a place of revival, it could be a place of rest, it could be a place of protection, it could be a place where growth happens. Growth is happening in the dark. Sometimes growth you cannot see, but sometimes you can feel it, and growth is uncomfortable. Growth can be scary. Growth can change your outlook on life. Growth can change your friendships. Growth can change your place of employment. Growth can change the way you look at your business. Growth can change the way that you lead. So if you're in this place and it feels like uncomfortable, growth could be what's happening right now. Protection, growth, rest. So many things can happen in that dark space. So another thing I always like to say is I think about the butterfly that comes out of this cocoon. And in my readings, it's been some years, but in my readings, the more dynamic the butterfly's wings are, it is said to compare or to be equal to the blood flow to their wings, the blood shed. I think it's the blood flow to their wings while they're in the cocoon, and the blood that flows to the wings when they're trying to get out. And it's part of that struggle. Something like birth. They say when you're birthing a child, as the baby is coming through the birth canal, that is the closest to death that the baby will ever be, because of the tightness and the squeezing of the contractions. The very thing that is squeezing and contracting to push them out is the very thing that could possibly kill them. If you've birthed a child or just had a baby and they've put the baby on the monitors in your stomach, and the pressure from your contractions can cause the heart to slow, or the baby's heart rate to slow down. And if it's too much for the baby, they will pull the baby. They will schedule you for a C-section because they're nervous of the baby in that birth canal's heart going too low or slow because of the pressure. How many of you can relate to the pressure that you feel right now? Growing pains, yeah, we talked about growth, but the pressure of coming out of the cocoon, the pressure of that takes for you to make your wings that dynamic color. And that's that pressure, it's that squeezing, it's that questioning if I'm going to make it through. It's the hardness of the muscle tension over your body, over your lungs, over your shoulders, over your head, and having to get it all through. And you're even maybe second guessing how you're going to make it. How are you going to make it through this? It hurts on every level. It's uncomfortable on every level. It's dark on every level. It's pressure on every level. But the point in this time is it's not forever. It's not forever. Excuse me. It is not forever. You have to know that there is a set time and a set place and a set need, that it's all lining up. That even in the darkest pressured time, there is a purpose at the end of it. So, where are you in this? Are you in the resetting? Are you in the growth? Are you in the pressure? Where are you in this space right here in this month of December, where it's cold or it's uncomfortable or it's great, but it's still, you feel that something's different. You feel the growth, you feel the change, you feel the need for rest, you feel the need. There's so much. And I want to talk to those who are in the service business and parents, and you're having to give, and okay, let's just throw in spouses because you have to give. You have to give. And it's, you get to the point where sometimes you don't feel seen. You don't feel heard. You don't feel appreciated. Let's first start off with understanding that you need to appreciate yourself. first and foremost. You have to appreciate yourself. You have to see your capabilities. You have to see your strengths. You have to understand that you have value. You have to understand that you are necessary before anyone else does. And even when it gets rough, and even when you're giving, that is still the time for you to reset. It's time to, if you can steal away for a day, if you can steal away for a weekend, if you can steal away for a week, if you can steal away for a month, listen to your body, listen to you, listen to what your body is saying, listen to what it's requiring of you, listen to the signals that it gives. One of the many things I like about meditation and quietness and prayer, it just gives you time for your mind to connect with your body. You're being quiet, and you can hear what your body needs. You can hear what your body is saying. You can hear it tell you to slow down, or you can hear it say, this is just growth. You could hear it even tell you that the pressure is for the good, that it's going to help you. One of the things about pressure when the baby is coming through the birth canal, it's pushing on those lungs, and it's helping at times take out the mucus and things that are in the lung, and pushing that stuff that has just been sitting there while they're in the womb. So what is being pushed out of you that is no longer necessary? What is the good that your body and mind want to tell you? So those are in those quiet times. If you're experiencing these where you're tired, or you're feeling where you just can't keep going, listen to your body and find out why. What's really happening right now? What's really going on right now? What are you really feeling right now? So I want to encourage you, even though I don't know if this episode sounds encouraging, I believe there is just some understanding of what you may be feeling during this time. And the gist of it is, you don't have to push yourself out of whatever you're feeling. You need to recognize what it is, be aware of what it is, know yourself through this time, and listen and do what your body needs, and not cover it up with other things that are just outward. Really listen to how you want to heal and nurture inward. What is it? Because we could go and have a drink, and that's no judgment. You can go have a drink, you can go smoke something, you can go take something, whatever your choice may be. But is it really giving you that inner peace, that inner harmony? Or are those just self-sabotaging habits that really don't serve you? So when you are listening to yourself and you are uncomfortable with what you hear, sit in it, because the solution, the answer, the next step could come if you're just quiet and understanding that downtime doesn't always mean bad times. Darkness doesn't always mean something bad. It could just be a signal for rest, a signal for growth, a signal for pressure that helps you grow. That's part of the plan. And just accept, but accept with a knowing that there is a plan, there is a purpose, and there is a reason behind everything. What do you need to learn from it? What do you need to learn from it? What do you need? Because there's something that you've asked for in your life, for change, for growth, for that monetary gain, for that promotion, for that team. There's something that you've asked for, and it usually has to do with you growing and you feeling the pressure of change and changing. You feeling the call to rest and resting. So I will leave you with that. Thank you for your time once again, for pushing play. I appreciate you. Share this with a friend, a colleague, someone you love, maybe someone you don't. This is Carla Michelle. Thank you for tuning in to the Strong Network, and I will see you next time. Have a happy day.